Yes, I want a lockpick. Whoa, everybody's favorite game. Hello. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, we're playing I Want a Lockpick again today. Oh boy. I drank coffee earlier, and so I have a headache. Don't ask how that happened. Oh, but we'll see how far I get today. Hopefully we actually see World 11. I have an idea for what I'm gonna try today to get through the rest of this world. Will Mr. I Love Lock I Love Picks and Locks be here? I don't know. I don't know if anyone else is even here today. How that happened, man, it was a bit of a journey. It was a little bit of a journey, but that's okay. I'm gonna solve this puzzle today, I think. Also, I just wanted to say, I was talking to a friend of mine semi-recently, and I told him that I played puzzle games, and he was just like, "What's a puzzle game?" I was like, "You don't know what a puzzle game is?" He's like, "Well, no." Because I play like some games. I don't really like know all like the genres or anything. So I was like basically explaining to like a layman like what is a puzzle game. And so I was kind of explaining to him like, you know, it's a game where you have to, you know, make logical connections and, you know, deduce your way to some kind of solution based on like a set of... He's like, that's kind of broad, you know? That's a very, very... Like, that's kind of broad, you know? That's a very, very broad description of what a puzzle game is. So... He then suggested to me that, well, doesn't that mean Call of Duty is a puzzle game? And I was like, well, I don't think most people would call Call of Duty a puzzle game. He's like, yeah, but if you like think about it, you know, you have to, you know, hide behind cover and then figure out the best way to tackle a situation. So I guess this kind of goes back to what Spectre was saying about, like, you know, the bullets are like keys and the enemies are like doors, you know, like it's also a key and door game if you really think about it. But yeah, that's a... Well, wrap your head around that one. Is Call of Duty a puzzle game? Yeah, anyway, this puzzle. This puzzle, I do not know how to solve this puzzle. Also, there's this glitch door thing here. I feel like the glitch is going to be required for something, right? It's got to be important for a reason. I'm just not really sure what we're going to use that for. Yeah, that turns it pink. And get negative pink. I'm not really sure what to do though. I mean, I could do that. There was also this. Yeah, that turns that brown. I can't imagine wanting to turn that door brown though. I mean, it's still going to be a 50 at the end of the day. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think I'm still just as stuck as I was last time here. Like, I'm just not really sure where to go with this. And no, I did not go to the Forgotten Lands and defeat the Olden One to get the headache. Like, I don't know if I've ever talked about this. Maybe I haven't, but like I get... It's a genetic thing, but like I get headaches from drinking or like, just having too much caffeine. my parents also have this issue, so yeah, caffeine is no good for me. Well, at least like in large enough quantities, which is actually not that much caffeine, to be honest. I don't know, I used to be able to drink coffee just fine when I was younger, but now I can only drink tea, and not even like that much tea. Like if I have like a tall bubble tea, that's too much for me. So I really have to like limit my caffeine intake. But thankfully that's not really that hard to do. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Since I do not know how to solve this puzzle. We're going to take a screenshot of this. We're gonna take screenshots. How do I do this again? This? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out. I forgot how to use this program that I use. Here we go. So I have the initial state. I might have to just swap over to the other scene. We're doing this again. I'm sorry. It's the way that it has to be. It's the only way I know how to solve puzzles now. At least when I run out of ideas on how to solve them. I'm hoping that this will like shed some light on some interaction I haven't considered if I just like exhaust the search space. But yeah, there's a lot of... Well, actually, how many initial actions can I take realistically here? So I can break that door, I can pick up this key, and I can pick up this key. So yeah, let's enumerate the options. So there's that state. Is this state? I don't really think that picking up the glitch key like that is gonna be helpful. Like right away. That seems wrong. That's just like not really using that element at all. And this is the glitch world, so why would I have to expend the glitch key right away? I just feel like that's the wrong move. And then I can break this door down. So yeah, 3 different things I can do at the beginning of the puzzle. I have no idea what's the right thing to do. I'll be real, I have absolutely no clue. But I think opening the pink door might not be what I want to do. I'm not going to roll anything out, though. So I think what I'm going to try to expand first is the path where I take the white keys first. Now that could totally be a mistake. So with the white keys, my options are, well, the other 2 options are still the same. So I could take the sign flip glitch key now. Again, I don't think that's a very likely option, but I want to consider it anyway. I want it to be in the tree. I want to fully map out all my options in case it somehow plays into the puzzle. I can also smash the pink door. Hey, what's up, Pi? Yeah, we're locking and picking, or at least I'm trying to. I'm doing it this way again. I know, it's bad. I don't care if people call it cheating. I feel like it's the only way for me to discover what I need to do here. I don't know, maybe I just lack imagination. Okay, so there's also picking up the round 0 key. I don't know why you'd ever do this. That feels wrong. Mark it down anyway. And then we have opening the gold-trimmed door. So I explored this state space quite a bit last time, I think. And from what I could tell, this didn't lead anywhere. But I don't know. It felt closer than anything else. Oops. Yeah, it's a graph search. This puzzle feels like most actions don't lead to like a loop or anything like that, so I think it should be okay, and it's like relatively small. Like there's not that many options in this puzzle, I feel, but I'm clearly missing something. Like I've definitely forgotten to enumerate some action, I think, in my attempts at searching this state space, so I think that's all I can do. If I rub my face against all the other pink doors, nothing else happens. Okay, I'm gonna try doing what I did last time, and let's be absolutely thorough. Like, what can I do? I can clone doors. I should remember that, but I can't clone the pink doors except for the blank one. Yeah, exactly. You need very specific objects for that. Which is why I feel fairly safe doing this. Like, I wouldn't apply this technique to every puzzle in this game, because I think some of the state spaces are just too large to really easily do this for, but... Yeah, and also there's loops in some of them. Like, I don't want to deal with cycles. Oh boy, there's still a lot of options from here, I feel. Because yeah, there's still a lot of those same bad options. I guess there's only one door I can realistically duplicate. I don't really think it makes much sense to duplicate the pink door, because that just doesn't let me through, but... I mean, I can do that. Oops. Yeah, so I'll dupe that door and add it to the state graph. That's one action I can take. Yeah. There's definitely dangers to like trying to map out the state space for like every puzzle. I do think that in some cases it's useful to just map out even like a small subset of it, just so that you kind of know that you've enumerated these options and you kind of have like a visual, tangible proof. Like I have a proof witness that I have actually tried that before. Maybe that's a little bit of an intuitionistic way of reasoning about that, but... Yeah, these are the states that... Well, I'm strongly considering this one. Yeah, I could do this. Don't really see why I would want to do this, but I'll mark it down in case. There are quite a few branches from this point. Let me just zoom out a little. There we go. What else is there? What else can I do from this state? So I've duped this door, I've duped this door. I don't think I can open... Wait, I can open this one. Okay, so that's something I could do. So I could open that door with my white keys. Just mark that down. So that's something that I could do. It's like having the first moves for a chess position. Yeah. Like, I don't intend on actually mapping out everything. Because there are some states that are just going to be like, that's a last resort. If I'm mapping that out, that's... I don't know what happened to end up there, but... I need to at least feel like it's on the table. Just in case. Okay, so that one opens the pink door. Instead. Which, I mean, it could be useful. It does color the glitch door, so... Like, potentially there's something there. I don't know. You recall the solution to this? Okay. That's nice. That way I at least can maybe ask for like a hint later if I feel like I need it. Because I don't know what I'm doing. So if I were to open the brown trim door, does that benefit me in any way? It does let me sign flip. I just don't really see why I would want to do that. Bro, what? Yeah, sorry. I know. Look, I was struggling to find the answer last time. So I'm trying to see if this will help me discover something I haven't tried yet. Okay, cool. I mean, like, if I get desperate, guys, I will ask for a hint, okay? This is kind of my before the last resort step, because I spent a bunch of time on this last time. I got pretty stuck. I still don't really know what to do, so I felt like I got kind of close to creating enough keys here, but also I was like 8 keys off, right? 8 keys is not enough, even if I somehow managed to like dupe this twice or something. Like, it was just not working. So, I don't know. We might be here for a few hours, I don't know. Also, congratulations on defending your thesis. I guess we can't make any more jokes about that thesis not existing. It's real now. The meme is dead. Imaginatory's thesis is real. Okay, what am I doing again? I got distracted. I opened a door. Did I want to open that door? It colors the brown key. Or it colors the glitch key brown. So I gained the power of chocolate. But like, why would I want this? Oh, there's like, even poking at this state space just feels wrong. Why would I flip my master key count? Wrong screen is up? No, the right screen is up. The right screen is up. Because that's what we're going back to in a moment when I have finished my exploration of opening the other door, which I think I've concluded my investigation of that. It's a terrible idea. And I have no idea why I would ever do that. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm opening the gold trim door first. That's this state. No, wait, that's not this state. That's this state, and then I think I want to expand this one. I think that makes sense. So I grab... I think I'm grabbing the pink keys. Yeah, I think I'm grabbing the pink keys. This could take a few hours. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, yeah, so that's that. I could not grab the pink keys. I could grab the sign flip instead. Oh god, there's so many options. there's still too many options, I feel. I can get the negative brown instead. Well, there's no reason to uncurse anything. So, like, why would I ever do this? There's a bunch of options that feel like, why would I ever do this? Like, I could grab the 0 brown. That one also doesn't make any sense. But I'm gonna map it out anyway. I could grab the sign flip key. But I don't have any pinks, so it doesn't do anything. So, like, I would never go to these states, I think. So that can be orange, this one can be orange. I'll say this one's also orange. Probably not going to expand these nodes. Okay. The tree is too big. I don't think it's too big. I don't think the tree is that big. I briefly skipped ahead to look at some of the other puzzles, yeah. I think I did look at 10-10. I can't remember what I actually skipped ahead to be honest. I guess I could really quickly check, but I don't really feel like doing that. Okay, so I'm picking up the pink keys. I mean, when I pick up the pink keys, the obvious choice is to spend them on the pink doors, right? Like, I feel like that just makes sense. Yes, yet I am still stuck on this. Even though it is a relatively small state space. I am aware. So if I open that door first... You know, instead of marking out all the different states like I usually do, I think I'm going to mark this as green. Actually, let's mark it yellow. There's more to explore here, but I'm not going to explore that all just yet. I think that's a good marker for telling me, like, there's more stuff you can do there. I'm not going to expand those nodes, because I just don't feel like it. It's too tedious, and I don't think most of those are worth it. Okay, so I can do that, and then I can spend my other 50 opening up the other door, which I think looked pretty okay last time. Okay, so we're gonna mark this one as yellow as well. Three to four compelling wrong branches and an obfuscated correct one is utterly overwhelming for a human. Well, yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't know. Like, is this the right way to solve the puzzle? Probably not. I'm looking for some kind of insight. I'm looking to discover some branch of this tree or graph or whatever that I have not seen before, that I didn't consider, and I feel like enumerating possibilities might be the only way for me to actually do that. So, we're going to see what happens. I could be on the wrong path entirely already by now. And I actually fully expect that. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I've spent literally every pink at this point. They're all gone. If you have even 2 wrong branches in Baba, the puzzle is near intractable. I mean, true. This is not Baba. Like I said, I'm not expanding the entire thing. Rip pinks. Yeah, rip the pinks. I mean, what am I supposed to do with the pinks? I mean, I guess I could keep the pinks. But then I have to grab the sign flip, right? Well, I could have gotten rid of the sign flip earlier. Wait. Couldn't I have just gotten rid of the sign flip earlier? Wait a minute. Hold on. This is a common trap. It's an advanced level trap, but a common one. I need to find a move I haven't done because all the ones I have done are wrong. The antidote is mathematical proof. If you truly know all the moves you have done are wrong, you can eliminate them. Yes. Oh, sorry. So let me switch back to the actual game, okay? Since you guys are not liking this. I will stare at this some more. I think maybe I solved it in my head, but... I don't know, I felt good about this for some reason. Why? Why did I feel good about this? So I did this, and then I was like, sign flip this, do that, grab this, and then am I not done? I have the cyan. Oh, because I just broke up. Right, the problem was I broke that door, and that colored that a different way. Right, now I remember. I don't know what the trap is that you're talking about here, though. Because, like, if I can take a screenshot of a particular state, then I know I've been there. Like, I have a proof witness of that. Like, isn't that literally what constructivist logic is about? If you have an actual proof witness, then you've proven that you have actually explored that state. So then I know for sure that if I can't reach any other decent states from there, like if I can like trivially prove that that state doesn't go anywhere else, there's no other options left, then I know that that's an incorrect state. And that could be a lot of different states. But I mean, eventually I'll eliminate enough of the ones that are bad. Not at all? Okay, then explain it to me. This algorithm is really inefficient. I know it is. I know it's inefficient. I don't care. I mean, it's more efficient than guessing the same things over and over again and not getting anywhere. I mean, if you really want to argue for this, then, like, fine. I'll try and continue to solve it the old-fashioned way. But, like, I don't really know what I'm doing. Like, I get it. You guys really don't like it when I do, like, the heuristic hill climbing kind of thing. But I don't know, when I'm really stuck and I don't really have any other tools, like, I find that helps, even if it does take a long time. I'm still interested in whatever definition of intuitionistic logic you have is, because there is something that I do want to stream a bit later that it'd be kind of helpful to have a better understanding of that kind of stuff for. So yeah, I mean, I do want to learn how to think about things in, like, a more mathematical way, I guess, and, like, learn it properly, because, like, I don't have a math major or anything like that. So yeah, it's all about getting good. You'll see when I start playing it. But yeah, I will probably accept backseating for that game as well, because I don't know, I probably won't know what I'm doing. I'm probably gonna do a lot of stuff wrong and get stuck. It's about the same info as staring. I mean, that's fine. I don't know, I've never been good at writing proofs, especially, like, written English proofs. I feel like the only time I've ever successfully done any proofs is usually when I'm working with, like, an actual like automated theorem prover. Maybe that's just me. How do I open this? I mean, this is the door that's in my way. How do I open it? I need to have 50 of some kind of key. I need one cyan key. The pure component doesn't really do anything other than, I guess, force me to... Or it doesn't allow this door to become turned into chocolate. I need to have 0 brown keys. I don't have any brown keys. I need to make sure I have no master keys. I have -6 master keys. So that's a problem. What colors can I get 50 of? I don't know. I would say pink is pretty likely. I almost got to 50 brown at one point, but I didn't quite get there. See, like, I guess the thing is, I don't know how to actually, like, rule that out. There are only 5 colors in play in this puzzle, according to the key counter. Okay, yes. That is true. And we know that it can't be brown, and we know that it can't be gold. We can't get 50 cyan keys because there are only 2 cyan keys in the entire puzzle, so we can roll that out. And there's no other way to get more... Oh, okay, you're right. You know what? I was being stupid. We can't turn back at I don't know. So that means I do need to use pink keys, because like I can't go there with 50 brown keys because of the requirement that there are 0 brown keys. That's a contradiction. There's only one key type I can possibly get 50 of, and that's pink. And if I spend all my pinks here, then I have no way of solving the puzzle. So I'm guessing what you're trying to tell me is that I can absolutely rule this out. Oops, that's the wrong color. That's also the wrong color. Wait, what am I doing? There we go. Now we know something. Okay. I feel like I'm being... I feel like I'm in an actual good office hour right now. I'm liking this, thank you. I had a physics teacher, or physics prof, who I went to office hours for, and he was like, oh, wait in the hall, I'll be right back. And then he never came back. So I never got help. And so I couldn't finish my assignment that he gave. And it was kind of miserable. I somehow managed to pass that course with like an 86%. So like I barely got an A, but I never took another higher level physics class after that. I was just like, nope, not gonna do a physics minor. Like that just completely soured my entire experience. Because I was just like, there's absolutely no way I'm gonna be able to survive doing more physics classes if the professors are like this. That was just for like my thermodynamics course. They were like, that was a 2nd year course. But I was just like, I am not going beyond that. That's like my fault. Oh god. Oh dear. Tasty pie, your TA. My process was correct, okay. The thing is, the thing I'm afraid of is making mistakes in my process, because I know that I am prone to making mistakes. As a human, I will make errors, and that will lead me astray. And then I'll probably be stuck for like hours on end because of that. Like how I thought that I could get 50 brown keys, and that would let me through here, as if that could ever work. Like, there's a clear contradiction there, and somehow I just never noticed that until now. Okay. So maybe let's reset. Let's reset. Like, do I actually want to grab the white keys first? Maybe I don't really care about the white keys. Maybe I should just sit here and think about stuff instead of opening doors. Let's try that. That seems to be what people are telling me to do. Okay. What's the worst that could happen if you try to trust your logic and make an error? I spend hours in a loop, stuck, not doing anything useful, and that kind of sucks. Holy, using your brain. Ouch. That makes it sound like I don't use my brain ever. I don't know. Sometimes... Wait, who's it? Was it Fitch or was it Jan? One of them dives in and tries things, and then the other one thinks about stuff, right? I usually like to take the approach of dive in and try stuff, and then make... and like learn things by trying. Because like sometimes I feel like I discover certain things that I just never would have discovered otherwise. Like, oh wait, this thing interacts that way, or like that's possible. And sometimes that's like enough to help me like get to a solution relatively quickly. But like, I don't know, it's hard for me to decide like what mode to use, and like my default is just like try stuff because it's worked so far for a lot of puzzles in a lot of different games. Like that gets me out of trouble very quickly. And maybe that's just like me being too lazy. Maybe that's just like a bad habit. Yeah, I think I just didn't really apply enough thought on this one on my first attempt at this because I was really tired. I'm actually pretty tired today, but I'm hyped up on coffee, so it's a little different. And again, don't ask me how I ended up hyped up on coffee. Don't ask how that happened for someone who literally can't take caffeine. All right, so that means I have to open the lower door. I guess I'll mark this one, right? Like, if I know I'm opening this, why not? Yes, we're opening that door. So, what you're trying to say is, I need another way to turn this glitch door pink. Because, like, once I open this door, it's gonna turn this one gold. And then we have that contradiction, where I can't open it. Yeah, fair enough. My body, like, I get a headache every time I drink caffeine, or, like, enough caffeine. Like, a tall bubble tea is enough to just do me in for, like, the entire day. It's terrible. But I ordered a double-double today. And so far it hasn't treated me like that badly, but I do have a little bit of a caffeine headache. But it is keeping me awake, which is better than I can say about most most lockpick streams, where it's like, I just got off an 8-hour shift. I am dead tired, it's the end of the week. So my brain is just like not thinking most of the time. Which is kind of why I really should just move this to like Sunday or something, but I don't know, I've kind of established a rhythm. And I don't really want to, like, I don't want to stray from the rhythm that I've established, you know? I don't know. Why am I like this? I don't know. I'm a creature of habit, I guess. Okay, so how do I ever, like, pink the door again, though? So, like, I have to go through here to grab the pink keys. And once I grab the pink keys, I can open this. Like, this is there's a pure component to this, so that means I can't open this door in any other way other than using a pink key. Right? Or am I wrong about that? Or I'm forgetting a rule or something. Am I? Am I forgetting a rule? Is it possible to do this? No, it's not possible to do that. Okay. Because I thought... Yeah, I thought the only way to open this is if I grab this guy, and then I go and open this door. But then, now I don't have any more pink doors, other than this one, I guess. But I can't afford to lose this, can I? Or I can't afford to lose all my keys. I already said I'm not opening this one. So how would I ever keep this pink? I can't turn this door brown because it has a pure component, so I can't use the preservation method on this. So this is where I'm stuck. I feel like I can't do anything here. I feel like I've already failed. There's no more pink doors. Maybe this is a failure state. Maybe I have already failed. It feels like a failure state, at least. Because, like, what am I ever going to do about this door over here? Like, this door exists, and it's making me sad. I can't do this. I can't open this door without a pink key, and the only way to get a pink key is from here. I'm not seeing any other pink keys other than this, but this is a sign flip. I failed in 2 moves, massive progress. Really? Really? Okay, so I opened this funny pink door. And is that a failure? Have I already failed because I opened this funny pink door? I pruned a branch near the top of the tree. Okay, so that's good. I don't want any hints right now. Let me brain. Let me try to brain. Also, do you guys think Call of Duty is a puzzle game? Because someone tried to convince me that Call of Duty is a puzzle game. Because they asked me, what's a puzzle game? And I explained to them, it's like a game where you make like logical deductions based on a given set of rules. And so he said, well, I play Call of Duty, and I feel like that's what I'm doing in Call of Duty. Is Call of Duty a puzzle game? And I was like, well, I would generally say no. Most people don't think it is. But he's like, well, the thing is, you hide behind cover, right? And that's your time to like stop and think. And then you have to think about like where the enemies are positioned and like what they're doing. And you have to come up with a strategy, like a plan to like get through that situation. I would classify that as a puzzle game. Call of Duty is a fighting game. Theory that every game is a puzzle game or a fighting game. Hot take. Actually, not a hot take. Lukewarm take. Tetris is a fighting game. Because once you learn about 4-wide, all this game boils down to is mostly APM, knowing when to accept garbage and knowing when to send garbage. And at that point, you probably practice and memorize all the 4-wide patterns, and that's kind of all you really have to do. It's no longer a puzzle game, because you're not thinking about like the puzzle aspects of it. I know I'm not the only person who has said this. But it does feel like a fighting game. Are the two mutually exclusive? I do wonder about that. I kind of want to ask Alex if he's ever played any fighting games, or if he would be willing to play any fighting games. Because I feel like he would actually be pretty good at them. Because his Zelda 2 combat is pretty good. Like, I think he would be able to understand like high-low mix-ups. Like that's an integral part of Zelda 2. You have high commitment jump movement in that game too. He knows how to wave dash. He understands wave dash movement, so he could be pretty good at like a platform fighter. Like the input complexity of stuff in like Strawberry Jam is like, I'd say it's high enough that you could definitely be like fairly decent at like a platform fighter. And like Jagriff plays Rivals of Aether 2, right? So I don't know. I feel like Alex could be pretty good at fighting games if he wanted to be. I think he could totally do it, and he has the mental fortitude for it too. Yeah, he doesn't have like the I give up mentality. He has that grind in him. I think he could totally do it. All right, so like hear me out. We've been I've been talking with Creative Ferret, and he's been saying he wants to see Jagriff versus Alex. I've been kind of like thinking in my head, that would be so crazy. I'd love to see that. Is single-player Tetris a fighting game? That's a good question. I don't know what single-player Tetris is. Because, like, if you know what you're doing in single-player Tetris, you can just have, like, an infinite game, right? If you just, like, follow the right patterns for, like, center 4 wide, there's, like, no garbage being sent your way. As long as you can play on gravity 20, like... I don't know. I really don't feel like there's anything that can stop you from just, like, playing forever, unless you're playing, like, NES Tetris. In which case, there's a kill screen, my guy. There's literally a kill screen. I guess it becomes a racing game. Because then it's like, well, what else are you playing for? Speed, right? You might get back into Brawlhalla. Don't play Brawlhalla. Play a better fighting game. Play a better platform fighter. Actually, I don't really know much about Brawlhalla. But I know that, like, that game resets the neutral, like, all the time. Sorry, I'm getting so distracted. I'm getting way too distracted. Okay, so I've deduced that opening this pink door after grabbing these keys is a failure state because I can't re-pink this door because I have to open you in order to open in order to reach the cyan key. I know I'm not opening this one, which means that I need another pink door somewhere. It's good, it was. I don't know. I've seen people in the Combo Devils Discord talking about it, like, they're saying, like, Brawlhalla is the Roblox of platform fighters. And I can't say I disagree with them. Like, it's a game that a lot of people say they play, but you never really, like, know that much about it. Like, no one's actually played Brawlhalla. No one who plays, like, real platform fighters. Now, Combo Devils, there's a sexy fighting game. That's only because it's free. Yeah, that's true. I mean, nothing's as sweaty as, like, Melee, though. Melee. I mean, fair enough. If you like playing Brawlhalla, you can play Brawlhalla. I'm not gonna judge. I'm just joking. Exactly, who cares about lockpicking? We need to discuss the puzzleness and fightingness of games. Look, I'm not gonna doubt you on that because you're right. I've watched Sandstorm absolutely tear up, and I think they actually won a Rivals of Aether 2 tournament recently. And I know that they're literally just a Brawlhalla player. They literally only play Brawlhalla. And then they entered a Rivals of Aether 2 tournament after just practicing for a little bit, and they won the whole thing. So yeah, I don't doubt that Brawlhalla is a legit fighting game. In many ways, it could be even seen as the most legit of fighting games. Or platform fighters, anyway. All platform fighters are a joke to actual fighting game players, though. Okay, even that's not true. But I know, like, some people who play fighting games who do not like platform fighters at all. Yeah, he won a Cashbox tournament recently. He's good. I wouldn't be surprised if he entered into EVO this year for Rivals of Aether 2, since that's on main stage. Is he, he quit Brawlhalla. Oh. Yeah, maybe he's just a rival Aether's 2 person now then. I feel like most of the, like, Plat Fighter people have moved on to Rivals of Aether 2, for better or for worse. But, like, all I ever hear about Rivals of Aether 2 is people complaining about floor hugging. Floor hugging and crouch cancel. They hate that. Everybody just, like, complains about that constantly. That, or, like, they were complaining about Craig for a long time. Because people don't like Craig, for some reason. I guess because he's, like, not fun to play against, and was winning a lot. Won't support... Oh, won't watch Evo. Yeah, fair enough. I understand. The whole, like, Saudi Arabia thing. I did hear about that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna watch Evo this year. Personally, I don't really care that much. I mean, I'm probably just mostly going to be playing Star Force. I have discovered that Star Force is a lot of fun. Especially when I'm playing with Juka, because, I don't know, it's fun to play friendlies, okay? It's really fun to play friendlies in a competitive PvP game. And I feel like Star Force isn't like that sweaty. Its competitive scene. And I was wrong. Apparently the game does have rollback netcode. I know we complained that it didn't have rollback, but we got corrected on the N1GP Discord. They were all like, no, it's rollback. You guys just have like bad connection or something. But I swear, like me and Juka, we've played games with rollback netcode against each other before, and it did not feel that way. We were not having like dropped inputs or like the game freezing on us. So like, I don't know. I mean, our bad, I guess. But yeah. Apparently it does have rollback. We're gonna have to like try testing it when we're not streaming together. Maybe that's why we had like bad connection. I don't know. Should I be plugging Star Force right now? Probably not. I should be lockpicking. The game's called I Wanna Lockpick, and I'm not doing enough lockpicking. So like this door here is very special. But it's blocking my way to the 51 pink keys that I need. So like, I'm stumped. You start out the puzzle bit and you see it. Okay, good for you. You're smarter than me. What do I do? I can't open this door. If I open this door, I don't have any more pink doors. Like, the 6 white keys seem interesting, because I can get -6 master keys, which will allow me to dupe stuff. Like, I could duplicate this door, but, like, it doesn't let me go through it. I don't know. Teach me, Sensei. Teach me the ways of logicking my way to a solution. Do I... And then there's this. I mean, this is weird and different. I can turn this into actual brown keys, but like I can't brown this, I can't brown this. I can brown this. And I can brown this. Contradiction. The moment when you prove the puzzle is impossible. The request for a hint. Is that a request for a hint? I don't know. Maybe not like a hint. Like, no, don't tell me like something that I need to do in the puzzle, but I'd like to know like a technique for reasoning that I'm not applying that I should be applying in this case. Like, okay. I'm gonna state the contradiction. Okay. Sure. You can state what I said, I guess. Maybe I should do that. Maybe if I do it, it'll be better practice for me. Okay, what if I write it out? I'm not gonna look at chat. So why do I feel like the puzzle is impossible? Okay, well, I feel like the puzzle is impossible because I require 50 pink keys to open the final door. I can spend a single pink key to access a gold block guarding a cyan key. If I spend so there's multiple different ways to open that particular door, because it could it doesn't necessarily have to be a gold. I don't have to necessarily use master keys for that. If I spend 6 master keys, I can open the gold block guarding the cyan key, but this turns the final block gold. So I cannot open it with my 50 remaining pink keys. With no other viable pink doors in the puzzle, I cannot turn the final block pink again. Therefore, I cannot spend my 50 pink keys to complete the puzzle. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something really bad. Okay, I'm gonna read chat now. See how that compares to what my stupid ramblings. The 50 cost must be pink. Yes, I think that's true. The last door before opening the final door is a pink one. What does that mean, though? The last door before opening the final door is a pink one. Like the last door that I have to open before opening the final door is a pink one, or the door that's literally sitting in front of the final door is pink. Because the door that's sitting in front of the final door is pink. It can't be the blank door because I need to open more doors to get the cyan key. That sounds true to me. It can't be the one door because I still need to open the master door to get a cyan. Oh. Okay, no, I understand what you mean now. The last door before opening the final door has to be pink. Yes, because, well, maybe not. But why? Why would it not be? Second to last move has to be opening a pink door. Um, is there a way to open a door without changing the glitch color? The only way I know how to do that though is through preservation, which involves browning the glitch door itself that I want to preserve the color of, and then uncursing it later. So if I curse the final door, and then I uncurse it later, I can preserve its pinkness. That's the only way that I know of or can remember to do that. And because that has a pure component, I can't ever curse it, which means I can't uncurse it. And so I can't use the preservation technique there. So the second to last door I open must be pink, I think. I don't think that that's wrong. It can't be the blank door because I need to open more doors to get the cyan key. I think that's true because the blank door blocks the pink keys. I need the pink keys in order to open the one pink. It can't be the X door because I run out of pink keys. Well, that also feels true. There's no other way to gain pink keys after that. It can't be the one door because I still need to open the master door to get the cyan key. Yeah, I feel like that's true. Therefore, the puzzle is impossible. One of these statements must contain an error. Well, the puzzle is possible. So that would be the statement that has an error, I think. Oh. I don't know why that happens. Maybe that's just a YouTube thing. I need to open it without changing the glitch color. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that, though. See, I don't know how you came to that conclusion, because I don't know how to come to that conclusion. Shall you give a hint now? I don't care how long this takes. This might be the entire stream. I'm not gonna ask for a hint right now. Okay, so I have to open a door without changing the glitch color. I guess the problem is I assume that opening the door without changing the glitch color is impossible because the only way that I remember how to open or like how to like preserve color is by browning the glitch door itself, right? That's the problem. Like I think I made a bad assumption because I just don't remember anything else. Like my memory is faulty. This is the learning one. You generate the key insight while having no idea how to actually do it. I know about negative space. My boss talks about this all the time. He's like, when you're testing, when you're writing your unit tests, make sure you also test negative space. I understand that. Do some negative unit testing. But like, I have done magic. Now I need to learn to trust myself. The problem is I don't know how to do that. So, okay, this turns it pink. We know I necessarily need to turn this pink because I need to be able to open this while it's pink. And we know that the second to last door I open is not a pink door, I guess. Somehow? Well, what can I do to actually avoid unpinking? You're saying I need to be able to open this without Well. No, I think I've messed up already. I don't know, I feel like that didn't help me. No, but then I do this and then... Wait, no, but I'm gonna open another pink anyway. So maybe... Okay, so this is okay. Like, I'm allowed to do this. Open that without triggering the glitch. Oh, no. Okay, I'm chocolate now. Oh. Uh-oh. Huh. So that lets me open this without turning this another color. Really? Oh, I'm so gonna need your help for the other game that I'm gonna play. Although, I don't know, I'm not sure it's gonna be that interesting for you guys. It's just something on my journey for getting good. I don't know what to do. I have so many keys, though. Wait, what if I spend half of my keys like this? Or no? But yes? Wait, could I have... Oh, wait a minute. I only need one of these. I can do that. Okay, now you're pink. Oh wait, no, I don't want you to be pink though. Oh, wait, I want to do this. Then I want to flip. Then I want you pink. Then I want to be able to crack you open like this. Okay, there we go. Wait, no, and then you grab this. And then we're done. Okay, there we go. Will I play? It's actually a series of games. It's a series that I attempted on my main channel at one point, and then I abandoned. I didn't get very far into the first game, but it's not like your typical like Steam game or like itch.io game. It's something that has a little bit more of like a practical purpose to me, but it's very much in the same vein of like this sort of stuff. It's like you're proving stuff because you're quite literally proving things. It's a game called the Natural Number Game. Is that a Natural Number Game or Natural Numbers Game? I can't remember what it's called. And it's actually used as a tutorial. I guess you could call it an edutainment game. It's not really an edutainment game in the sense of like, you know, like Math Blasters. It's for kids. No. I would describe it as like an adult edutainment game. It's a learning tool, but it's for something that I'm interested in, but I'm not very good at. And that's why I'm trying to do it, because I want to get good. That interaction was introduced back in 10-4. Oh, see, I played that 2 streams ago. Because I took a peek into this world, and then I beat like this puzzle, and then I beat this puzzle. And then, yeah, 2 weeks later, I finally come back to this one down here. And yeah, I've literally forgotten about that. So I think that's kind of the problem with like playing this game in such like short bursts with like large gaps in between. Like that kind of stuff is just going to happen. I'm just going to forget stuff. I mean, maybe one thing I could do is like go over the stream and like take notes on like interactions that I learned. Sort of like keep my own journal, become the ferret who keeps track of every interaction he learns in a journal. I could become a ferret, I guess. But it also requires a bit of a time commitment, and I don't know, I'm lazy. I'm lazy. I'm just like, I want to spend that time doing other things. But yeah, there we go. Anyway, someone really, really wanted me to look at... Yep, it's lean. And not the purple drink. That's the tutorial / game I want to tackle next. And I tried it once a long time ago, and then I gave up on it. I gave up on it, and like I've actually done a little bit of that kind of stuff, but I did it in Idris 2. So like I've done some theorem proving in Idris 2, but like that's a language that's less about theorem proving and more about like being used as an actual programming language. And I was kind of wanted to learn more about like the actual like automated theorem proving side of things. So that's why I wanted to pick up that tutorial. There's a lot of people who've been talking about lean. Like it's gained a lot of popularity lately. So yeah, and it's I've even seen some people using it like in the workplace for certain things, for like, you know, proving like certain data structures are, you know, being like tested correctly. And yeah, it's an interesting language. It's an interesting tool, and I just want to learn it. And I still believe in doing things the old-fashioned way and actually learning things and putting things in my human brain, okay? Before anyone gets on my case about that. Wait, what the hell just happened? You found the lens of truth. Oh no. What could it be for? I know exactly what that's for. You? I'm gonna talk to you later. They're not there. Not here either. We'll give it a go tonight. Cool. Yeah, I'd recommend giving it a try. But I will be playing that. Okay, it doesn't do what I thought it did. I was like, there's these suspicious gaps in certain worlds that look like there should be a puzzle there, but there isn't. That did not reveal anything in those spots at all, so I guess I was wrong. I was wrong about that. You're going to explode? Sorry. That's just how I am. This spot right here, I was like, there's gotta be a door here, right? Lens of Truth would reveal a door here? Apparently not. Okay, well, I'm gonna talk to you. What do you have to say? Strange question. It occurred to me to ask you something a little important. Uh-huh. So, all the different artificial worlds are connected by these warping staircases. What would necessarily happen if they glitched out or something? Could I be teleported into a void or halfway inside a block or something? The teleportation is under the direct supervision of the god of space. The arrangement we made was that any warp errors would bring you to an error handling safe room of sorts, of course. And if that wasn't safe either, then you'd get plonked somewhere safe on the surface. Well, that's good to know. Certainly a load off my mind. We wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't safe. I know. Just feels better to know exactly how it works. Well, thanks, Kina. problem, and although now I'm curious. I kind of want to know what that safe room looks like now. You're going to explode? Alright, we're gonna... Why did they give me this lens of truth thing here, outside of the levels? Why? Abstraction. What's gonna happen here? Let's introduce some very strange objects called rotor keys. They convert the key count from a real count to an imaginary count. It's imaginatory! No way! Which means they open imaginary doors and not real doors. For future reference, the letter I indicates something in imaginary. I've heard this song before. Why have I heard this song before? I know this song. QA tester mindset. I'm not a QA tester, but I do wear many hats. As a software developer, I do have to wear many hats. Oh boy. So they convert the key count to an imaginary count. Imaginary doors. They're not real doors. Oh boy. 8. Okay, but these are real. It's from Mystery Dungeon. Okay, no wonder. Mystery Dungeon has some good music. You can exit and enter the world again for the credit. Oh, yeah, that's true. So, like, horrifying implications. Yeah, that's... not good. Not good, but I guess I'll roll with it, I suppose. I mean, what choice do I have? It's either that or I don't play the game anymore. Okay, I keys. What is this exclamation point door? What is that? Pink door. Costs 2i. Those are eyes as keyholes. It's like the exclamation point door is interesting. But, okay, I see. Oh, that's like times I. Yeah, I get that. Oh, so what you're telling me is I should do this? Oh, that's a glitch. That's a glitch key. I can open both of these, but then oh yeah, but the glitch has implications on that. I don't know, man. I need this thing then. Actually, this is a black door. That's negative 2i. So I need this and this and this. This game is making me sad. I've never done this much math before. Except for maybe in my graphics class, when we were doing quaternions. That was like the one time I ever had to really touch this stuff. Oh, I guess the other time was when I was working on web work problems, because like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a math homework system called web work, but like, I used to work for like a center for instructional support, and one of the electrical engineering teachers needed to create like homework sets for the students with like a little bit of randomization in them. And there's this tool that the math department uses called web work, And basically, the way it works is that it creates like randomly generated math problems with like certain parameters randomized so that students can't like easily cheat. Like they have to kind of learn the methodology properly in order to actually solve the math problems for their homework. And it's just like an online like math system. Like it just tells you how many of the blanks you filled in are correct and how many are incorrect. But like, I used to actually work on web work problems. I didn't understand anything about them. I just implemented them. So like, what the web work system is written in Perl, and so I had to learn Perl just so I could write these homework problems. And I think, I don't know, like me, I love just learning programming languages. So like for me, learning like an older language like Perl, like not a really big deal, but like other people will be like, ew, gross. It's like creating web work problems and then having students actually do them for homework and then finding bugs and then like reporting them to me. Like, I remember a lot of students complaining like, oh, I hate these like web work problems. They're like so hard. And then I'd be like, oh yeah, I made that. And like, you made this? And I was like, yeah. I mean, the professor made the problem. They just gave me the spec for it and I implemented it. But yeah. I felt very evil that year. But it was a good kind of evil. So I can open all these doors. Do I want to open all these doors? I mean, I determined that I do want all the keys. Okay, sure. So I need a negative imaginary black key. Yes. Oh, okay, I see. But you're gonna... Wait, if I grab an imaginary 0, it doesn't affect my key count, so I'm just allowed to go through. Oh, okay. So something about this puzzle felt really weird to me, because there were 2 star keys. I'm not really sure why there were 2 of them, though, because I only needed 1 of them. I mean, I guess it is just a tutorial puzzle, so I guess that's okay. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. By the way, pro tip for you guys, if you're like researchers or you're into like doing research and like writing white papers and stuff, but like one thing that I see people complain about a lot in like the Idris Discord is not enough researchers know how to use Docker. And so they write up a bunch of theoretical stuff and then there's like a flaw in it somewhere, but because they haven't actually tested it properly in actual like software, like they haven't done any like concrete test of it, it fails. Like there's something wrong. And like being able to like have an easy to deploy Docker container to make it easy to like reproduce results and actually test stuff concretely when you like read a paper, like providing that for the reader is like such a godsend. So would recommend for researchers, learn Docker, or at least something similar, like Podman, because like Podman is like the free version, the freer version, without the crazy like vendor lock-in stuff. That's a cheese solution? They never bothered fixing that one? Oh, really? Well, I do have a tendency to find the cheese solutions in games. Somehow I managed to cheese Gentoo Rescue too. I don't know why I keep cheesing games. As you would expect, negative rotor keys exist as well, which are basically both a rotor key and a sign flip. This puzzle does not or it does look pretty wild at first, but by knowing how real and imaginary keys are related, the options you have can be reduced quite substantially. Good luck as always. Our stuff never gets applied, so nobody except the very human peer reviewers cares if we are right. Failure of incentives. Fair enough, I guess. I guess when you're writing like proof assistants and stuff like that, and like actually doing stuff like proving the 4-color, is it 4-color? No, I think it's the 4-color theorem. Man, I can never get this right. Like proving theorems using actual like real proof assistants, like you kind of have to provide like actual concrete evidence of stuff, because people are gonna like play with that stuff and test it. So I guess in that space, they're more incentivized to do that, but like, I know people from the Idris community who do actually just like, they're like, more researchers need to learn Docker. They have to, it just makes things so much easier for everybody else. Okay, I have no choice but to grab these. So I'm not missing anything by doing that. So I have 2 choices exactly. I can grab this, or I can grab this. And both of those options seem identical, actually, now that I look at them. Right? Oh, but I don't have to grab this thing right away. Yeah, so these are identical. I don't know why there's a... Okay, sure. Whatever. It's fine. See, I call it the 4-color theorem, and then, like, my CEO corrected me. He's like, isn't it the 3-color theorem? And I was just like, I'm pretty sure that I've been doing a lot more of this kind of stuff than you have. And I'm pretty sure it's the 4-color theorem. Like, I actually hang out in, like, those kinds of circles, so... Like, I see a lot more of that kind of stuff. I'm much more exposed to people actually doing, like, math and research. So, that's why I was like, I'm pretty confident that it's the 4-color theorem, but... It's actually the 7-color theorem. Oh dear. You did a final. I got someone in my class to play Lockpick. He 100%ed the game. Oh, really? Yes, get him to play Leaf's Funny Odyssey. Damn, you're better at selling games than I am. Not that I'm necessarily trying to do that, but... Okay, so I have 2 cyan keys. And what am I doing with my cyan keys? What am I trying to do in this puzzle? Let me think about that. It's actually the 2-color theorem because the papers are in black and white. Oh, okay. So I need a black key, I need a cyan key, and I need a white key. Where do I get black key? This is... Okay, I can get a black key from here. But doesn't this remove 3 black keys from me? Wait, there's also a black lock. So wouldn't I lose... Oh no, that's still 3 though. I'll send him my video or something? Sure. I mean, if it helps at all. I don't know. It's the 1-color thing because it's all just light anyway. Real. I mean, imaginary. So I need to save one of my cyan keys for down here, is what you're telling me. But there's actually 2 more cyan keys here. But I can't, I need another, okay, like, if I do this, which I guess I didn't really have much of a choice there. I can spend 1 here and grab a black key, and then I can imaginary a pink. But I don't have any pink, so it doesn't do anything. But I can't imaginary another black key, so I can never open this. So it feels like my choices were pretty limited up until now. I have to do this. Interesting. I only end up with -2 black keys. I thought I ended up with -3. So that was... I guess I miscalculated there. Why is that? Yeah, wait, why is that? I spend a white key, I spend a blue, or sorry, I spend a cyan, and I spend a white. And then I also spend... Oh, because I start at 1. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, actually. Right. Alright, later, dude. So now I'm here with 3 orange, and 4 purple, and 5 pink. And I can't go through here because I need 3 more black keys, is that right? But I have another... Oh, okay. So I have another negative black. So I... Wait. No, but it's not imaginary. It's is it negative and imaginary? Yes, negative and imaginary. Also, how do you like my color scheme for black doors to make them more visible? It kind of reminds me of Webfoot Drawed. Therefore, I like it. Can I get one of these keys? Okay, so I have the power to imaginary my... Oh, okay, so I have pink, purple, and orange. And I can imaginary any number of them that I choose to. But I also don't necessarily want to do that because some of these have regular door. So I guess my goal is to try and... Looks like the Gary's mod invalid texture. True, I guess that's also... It's also kind of true. I mean, this also has like the blue on top of it, that like bright blue. I don't know, it just gives me that like old school like DOS flavoring that I'm looking for. Okay, so if my goal is to get 3 more black keys. There's no harm in spending the cyan, is there? There is, because I need another cyan at the end. Okay, so if I only work with the keys that I have, can I get enough black keys to open this door without opening any of this stuff? Probably not, but like, I mean, we gotta try, right? So I have positive orange. Where am I gonna get negative in imaginary pink though? How can I do that? Because that doesn't give me negative pink, right? That just makes it like 5i. No, that's negative 5i. Oh, so there's like a negative key. Negative rotary key or whatever. So I can do this, I guess. But that's a negative. Wait, what happens if I do this with my... Okay, no, that gets rid of the I. I don't know why I did that. I mean, we can open those doors when we need to later, but I can't open this. Okay, so I think what that's telling me is that I can never open this? Can I never open anything with a positive I? No, because... Hold on. Oh, there is a difference. I didn't notice this. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. I can't undo through reset. I'm stupid. Okay, it doesn't matter. Didn't do much. Oh, wait, so that means my choice does matter. Wait a minute. My choices matter. Oh, okay, that's how my choices matter. There's this like tiny little negative here that I haven't been seeing. My choices do matter. I was like wondering, like, why are they giving me a choice if they lead to the same thing? Okay. I kind of wrote it off as like, okay, it's just multiple key caches, but like, no, there is actually a difference. Okay, so depending on whether I want to open the positives or the negatives, I need to pick a rotary key. Okay, so I guess I should start counting doors, right? So there's 3 negative I key or doors. Negative I pink doors. There's 3 of those. So that uses up 3 of my 5 pink keys, which means I can only spend 2 more. I only need to get to 3 of these in total. Oh wait, no, there's a 4th one down here. Okay, so I miscounted. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 negative I pink doors. So that means I only have 1 pink to spare. If I were to open all 4 of those, but I'm not opening all 4 of these, I'd only pick 3 of them. Okay, so minimizing the number of keys I spend, what would that look like? So this is 2 pinks in total for this row. This is also 2 pinks. This is 1 pink, and this is 1 pink. So I'd probably take this one, and... Oh, this is 1 pink. This is... Well, that's 2. That's okay, because I can spend 1, 1, and 1. So that would leave me with 2 extra pinks. That doesn't seem that good, because now I'm spending more of the other colors, which I have fewer of. I think ideally I want to spend all my pinks. Because any pink I don't spend means that I'm spending another of a different color. So if I wanted to make the best usage of my pinks, I think... Yeah, there's only one of these positive eye doors, so I really think I want the negative for this one. Right? Actually, yeah, I think I have to do that, because otherwise I can't even reach 3 of these. So if I want to maximize pink spending, I can do 2 plus... I could do 2, 2, and 1. So I could do, like, for example, this, not this, and maybe this. Oh, but there's an ordering constraint, too. Because the purple door, the negative purple is here, and I might want to open some regular purples first. Okay, so like it's probably gonna be like this door, maybe? Actually, there's only 1 positive per color, isn't there? 1 positive eye. There's this positive eye, and then there's this positive eye, and then there's this one. But I have fewer other keys. I don't think I'm taking this. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm taking this because of this positive I here, because I want to spend as many pink keys as I can. And this would not allow me to do that. I'm pretty sure. I am reasoning about this correctly, right? I think. So why can't I spend here? Because this would mean I wouldn't be able to open any others. Unless I'm allowed to make the other choice later. Oh, maybe I can make the other choice later. I mean, it doesn't really hurt to make the other choice later, right? Let me see. Okay, so if I do this, I'm allowed to grab the other... No. Wait, I need a negative black. Oh, negative I black. Ah, and there are no other negative I blacks. So I'll never get another cyan key. So if I spend my cyan key here, I'm done, I'm finished. That's it. Okay. So yeah, I actually can't do another round of spending here. This choice is the only choice, or the only time I'm gonna be able to make that choice. Okay, well in that case, I think I've already established that I think I want the negative pink eye, because there's only one of this. I want to spend more pinks if I can. I don't know, that feels like a good heuristic for now. If I'm never opening this, that means I'm never grabbing positive orange. So I think this makes sense. At least so far. There's also negative purple. Or do I want positive purple? I mean, if I don't grab negative purple, I have 4 purple. So I guess I could spend a purple here. I could spend a purple not here. Oh, these are expensive though. 2 purples each. That's too expensive. But I'm thinking I might spend a negative purple here. Okay. I'm seeing problems potentially. So there's a 1 purple here, there's 1 purple here. But this is, oh, actually no, 1 purple down here. If I'm ruling this out, maybe rule this out. There's 1 purple I spend here. There's 1 purple I spend here. There's another. Oh, but this is in the wrong order. Wait a minute. This can't happen. I can't do this because this is in the wrong order. Okay, so that means I absolutely can't do this. No hints. No helpers. I know the urge to backseat is very high. But yeah, I would like no hints if possible. So I know that this one can't happen. I guess this one's still possible if I... Oh yeah, there's 2 of these? I thought there was only 1 of those. Okay, never mind. Okay, that kind of changes things. So there's actually 2 of these. Somehow I never noticed that. I mean, I kind of like this one. This one looks kind of good, and this one looks kind of good. I mean, this one also looks good. I guess I can just try. What's the harm in trying? I'm gonna go... Actually, no, I can't go negative purple. I think I've rolled that out. I think I have to do this, and I have to do this. Okay, now what? Do I spend here? And then here? Well, I feel like I want to do that for sure. Oh, this one is... Okay, but that's okay because I'm going to switch to positive I, purple, right now. Yes. We're going to get rid of all the purples. There will be no more purple ever again. And then I'm going to switch to negative pink, I think. Oh, but this is bad. Ah. Wait, why did I do that? Why did I grab this? What's wrong with me? Why would I not do that? Okay, that looks good. I like that. I need orange. Negative orange. Okay, I think I solved it. Okay, pretty easy puzzle. Nullification. Okay, what's this? When it comes to aura-based keys, red, green, blue, and brown, nothing happens when you have an imaginary amount of them. However, as long as you have the necessary real keys for the effect, it will still work, regardless of the imaginary count. Oh, okay. So this has an interaction with aura. Interesting. Wait, what happens when I grab a real key? What? I guess that makes sense, doesn't it? So I have a real key and an imaginary key. So it's like two separate key counts now. I mean, I guess I don't have a choice. I have to grab the chocolate. So I could do that. Do I want to do that? Is that a glitch key? That is a glitch key. So I have the 6 cyan. So I could open this with those, but I'm still chocolate. So I'm just gonna break that open anyway, right? But this causes problems. Wait, if I... But I can get rid of... Oh, but that doesn't mean I have 0. Does it? Does that count as 0 for these things, though? It doesn't, right? Because I have 0 blue. I have 0 blue and I have 0 brown, so that doesn't count as 0 brown. Oh, is there like a audio desync somehow? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like YouTube is getting more and more broken these days. I just don't understand, man. I know some people are like, it's because it's all vibe-coded slop now, but... I mean, I don't know. I just don't understand. It's on your end, so it's not on my end. Okay. Yeah, then I think that's just a YouTube thing. Like, the YouTube client just broke. I'm not really that surprised because YouTube seems to have a lot of weird issues cropping up these days. That's why I'm like, I can't imagine spending money on YouTube Premium. Like, I understand that, yes, it gives you the ad-free experience and everything, but like, man, I just don't want to give them my money when they're gonna give us this kind of service. Yeah, it's fine. You know, it's actually really funny. So I went to my meetup on Wednesday earlier this week, and what happened was, at the end of it, there were like a couple people who stuck around, and they thanked me. They were like, "Thanks for hosting a safe space from all of the AI insanity." Like, thank you for being sane. I have never been thanked for being sane before in my entire life. It was really funny, but also, like, with the context, it's kind of sad. Because apparently, all the other tech meetups that they went to just devolved immediately into just people talking about, like, how they're, like, vibe coding everything and how that's what they're trying to do for, like, literally everything now. And apparently our meetup is the only one that doesn't do that. Well, the only one that they could find. I'm sure there are other spaces like that out there, but yeah, apparently there's a lot of spaces that have kind of just like devolved into let's talk about AI all day. And they were not even like AI related tech circles either. Like one guy went to like the TypeScript meetup and it just turned into that. So yeah, very very strange. Very strange to be thanked for being sane. But hey, if that's like the one redeeming quality that our meetup has, then like sure, I'll take that. Hooray! Okay, clearly I'm just messing around and doing nothing correct. Let's think about this a little bit more before we just go off the deep end here. So I don't have to pick this up right away. It also wouldn't really hurt me to pick it up if I did this, right? It does, actually, because then I don't get the plus component. Is there a way to get more red keys? This costs 5 red keys, which would allow me to turn this into a red glitch key. Your programming language course had a lecture on AI. Oh, geez. Have you had to do any of those like prompt engineering courses? Because like, well, I don't know if they teach that in like school, but like at work, they do these like seminars and stuff, and they like try to get people to go to them and learn about stuff like prompt engineering. This is like, how do you get an essay with 400 words? And and that's a homework problem. They're like, try to get the AI to generate an essay with 400 words. And then the solution is like, ask it for 800 words. And I was like, that's the solution to the homework problem? It's like, yes, because you have a higher chance of it actually generating 800 words. Or like more than 400 words. Because if you give it a prompt that says generate an essay with 400 words, usually it comes up short because it doesn't know how to actually count. But like for the solution to just be like do something kind of absurd, like just increase the word count, and that's like the accepted answer for the homework, it just feels like, I don't know, like is this engineering? Is that what engineering has become now? Like that doesn't feel like engineering. And also, it's still like a stochastic process. You don't know how much you're actually getting out of it. So it just feels so weird. That shows basically a live example AI doing very badly at writing a parser. Oof. Doesn't exist where you're at? Okay. Yeah, the stuff that I've seen is just like, I don't know. It just makes me look at the stuff askance and be like, I don't know, man. Also, I said I was never gonna bring this stuff up again, and somehow I ended up bringing it up again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, VOD watchers. I lied. I can't help myself. I get distracted. I get distracted by stuff that I say in tangent. Forgive me. So I could open you, and then I could get 5 red keys. But then I would need to be able to have 5 red keys to open this, which I don't have. So it kind of says to me I'm never getting any more red keys. So I think what that says is I really do want to grab this first, and then grab this. So I can melt this now. And if I'm not getting any more red keys... What if we get AI to lockpick? I'm sure you could get it to lockpick. Do we want it to, though? Like, it probably wouldn't be using, like, generative methods, I would imagine. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say too much. Okay. Okay, there's a parody thing here happening, I just realized. So the reason why I think I want the 6 cyan is because there's 6 of these here, and these are all 5s. This 3 feels like something I don't want to touch at all. Because even if I touch this, yeah, that isn't divisible anymore. Everything else is divisible by 5. Therefore, I do actually want to have 3 blue keys to open this door. I can turn off the brown effect if I so desire. Do I wish to do that? When there's pink doors that I literally can't open any other way, probably not. There's also a 10-eye white, which I guess I could do. No, I can't open this unless I do this. Then I can open that. Interesting. So that's a way I can get rid of 10 brown eye keys. Interesting. So I could do this. I can gain 5 more brown keys that way too. Ah, but now we have like a dependency problem. See, if I grab this, I can grab the blue keys and open this up. I have 5 more blue keys that I kind of don't really need. Oh, and this turns blue. So I've lost my ability to get more brown keys. Oh, I could do this. Okay, yeah, I can get more brown keys this way. Okay, sure. And then I can open this, and then I have this, and then I can go here, but I need to get rid of my blue keys, and I can do that now. Okay. All right, problem solved. Easy puzzle. All right, so that's nullification. Contrary to expectation. Why did I get the lens of truth? What does that do? Oh, I feel compelled to search around. It's 11 there. We love tutorials, indeed. Contrary to expectations. If you want, you can even use a rotor key to turn imaginary keys back into real keys. Yeah, okay. There's a catch, though. Doing so flips the sign. Ah, yes, of course, because I times I is -1. Even though it seems arbitrary, the rule is consistently followed. Yep, makes sense. I don't know, they just think you're nearsighted. Ah, they're not wrong. I am a little bit nearsighted. My vision's actually pretty okay, but yeah, it's not perfect. One of my friends has like actually like perfect vision still, and he's like 6 years older than me. I'm kind of jealous, but like most other people I know around me have to wear glasses, and I kind of just don't. So I guess I should consider myself lucky to even have that privilege. Okay, so I can turn you brown. Do I want to do that? Interesting. So 50i times I gives me -50 keys. Doesn't look like I have much choice but to grab those, at least at some point. You're very nearsighted. That seems pretty common, especially for people who are in, like, tech. It sounds like you're kind of on that path, because you're taking, like, programming courses, so... Yeah, there's usually a lot of people who stare at screens and end up being nearsighted. Glitch keys still haunt me beyond World 10. Oh, these are not gray keys. These are glitch... Ah, okay, I see. Right, we haven't established a gray key before. I just realized that. There is no such thing as a gray key. Nearly done with your U-grad? That's nice. Yeah, I've already been working in the industry for 9 years now. So it's been a little bit since I've been in school. Doing all this math stuff is kind of nice for refreshing my memory on this sort of stuff, because I haven't done a lot of this stuff in 9 years. So please forgive my stupidity, but I am old. There's a few finals left. Oh, it's final season. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's April. I remember always doing my finals and having to juggle that with like my birthday and like, yeah, it was always kind of hard to like really feel like I could celebrate my birthday comfortably when I was like, yep, gotta make sure I study for finals later, because that's also happening. Like sometimes I'd have to like delay it until afterwards. Okay, so we got green key, negative green key. I can cancel them out. Doesn't sound very nice. I don't think you'll be doing anything math too advanced here in Lockpick. That's true, but even stuff like the elementary school touch in a very, very long time. So, like, I'm a bit rusty when it comes to that stuff. I don't really remember how to do that stuff super well, but apparently I remembered enough of it to be able to get through. You're not going to be calculating an integral? Okay. Well, thank goodness, I guess. Thank goodness for that. So what am I trying to do? I need to get enough green keys to scrub this clean. So that has to happen at some point. And I don't really see a need for negative 10 green keys right now. I will need 10 eye keys at some point. Okay. But how do I get 10 eye keys? Oh, I guess I could brown that door. Okay. So I could brown this door and open it like that. Which would allow me to do this. Then I can turn off the brown and then open this. But then I just used up my... okay. So yeah, I'm never gonna have any positive green keys left for this. Interesting. What is this? Is this a glitch key? No, that's actually just a brown key. Okay. So obviously you want me to grab both of these at some point to do like a sign flip of sorts, and also, well, these will cancel each other out. So we'll go from, well, it's basically grab these two to do a sign flip. How many more worlds are there in this game? I imagine there's at least one more hub. I think I'm not that close to finishing, but like, I don't know. This game is really long. This world had to be completely designed because people who didn't already know complex numbers had too much trouble. Do you mean redesigned? Again, I guess I could see that. The last time I worked with complex numbers was literally probably, yeah, 9 years ago. But I did some stuff with quaternions for like my comp sci graphics course, and that was the last time I touched imaginary numbers. I just really like the movement in this game. Sometimes I just like jumping around and then like landing on the ground and seeing like the character just like zip along like really quickly. I really like that with like the semi-solids in this engine. It's just so satisfying. I don't know why. So if I had 0 keys, I could go through here, but I don't think I want to do that. Because we're probably gonna get 0 green keys after we go through here, right? It does kind of feel like I want to turn off the brown keys now. But then there's not really a reason to turn this or to grab this thing, is there? Wait, that would give me negative brown. That would let me uncurse stuff. Okay, I see. So that's interesting. Is there a reason why I'd want to do that, though? Is there something I would curse that I would want to uncurse later? Really fun for speedrunning, too, apparently. Does this game get a lot of speedrunners? We were talking a little bit about speedrunning this game last stream. What that would be like. Just memorize all the solutions. Memorize all the solutions and just do good movement. And the semi-solids in this game feel really good to platform around. Oh, that's... That requires... Oh. Okay, somehow I didn't notice this. Wait, I can't... Can I brown something if it has gunk on it, though? Oh, I already have the green aura. That's true. Oh, wait, so I could do this. Interesting, okay. I probably shouldn't have grabbed those glitch keys. Wait, if I... Wait a minute. Keeping it small, so speedrunning is even smaller. Yeah, that's true. That would make sense. But they gave me a glitch key counter. I can't avoid picking up glitch keys. That's actually... Huh. Okay. So that's a bit of a thing. I feel like I want to open both of those because I don't really want to lose my brown... Or I don't want to lose my green keys here and here because I need 10 of them still. But then, how do I get to negative 100? Huh? Can I uncurse a key? Is that possible? I don't think so. Wait, what is this? A blank glitch door. Mimic brown. Whoa. Wait, can I think about that? So I think what you're saying is if I come all the way over here and I brown this, I can retain its non-mimicked. Mimic is glitched. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I see. So that's what I want to do. So I can keep the mimic, or I can keep the glitch color. I guess eventually... Oh, wait, that's the... Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, I do need to curse it. I have to curse this because later I need to revert its color back to glitch. I see. Okay, so now things are starting to fall into place. Now I'm actually applying logic. I'm thinking. I'm no longer distracted. I'm locked in. I could do that, but I don't think I want to do that. I'm gonna grab you. I'll get rid of you. So I want to... Well, I want to scrub you. And then I want to do... this. So I can do this. Then I want this. And then I grab this, and now I'm sad. Wait. So something about my ordering is wrong? But then how do I get positive 10 keys after this? Oh, you're telling me I need to lose my brown keys. Now. So because I want this glitch key to be green, I think. Because I need one more eye key, right? Because if I do this and I grab this, if I had 2 more eyes, I could sign flip this. But now I can't. Ooh, okay. But I need this to get the uncurse effect. So I can uncurse this and this when they eventually need to be uncursed. Okay. Can I avoid opening any doors? Oh, but if I want this to... Ooh. I need to have already opened one of these. No, I can open this to turn this green. But then I need to get rid of the brown somehow, which I don't think I can do. We can get rid of that. Maybe I shouldn't be grabbing the positive green keys so quickly. But I kind of need them first in order to do this, I think. I could be wrong about that. Because if I grab this and this, then my negative 10 becomes positive 10. But then I don't have an eye. I lose my eye. I have no eyes. So if I have no eyes, I can't get through here. Unless I grab this. Okay, so consider for a moment that I did this. Oh, but you're dirty. You're dirty. Also, I can't grab this. Okay, never mind. So I do need to grab the brown relatively early, is what I'm seeing, I think. I don't need brown, or I can't get any more brown keys. Maybe I can get 50 here, but then no, I need the 50 for later. This is required to open this. Yes, so I'm not getting any more brown keys. I will never open any of these with brown keys. So I don't want to brown any of that stuff down there. The positive green keys are calling to me. They entice me so. Like, I know I want to do that while I still have brown. I haven't opened anything yet, but I do need to brown this. I need to brown this. Which causes problems. Well, the thing is, I do actually need to brown my... I do need to make this brown an eye, because this is orange, and there's no orange keys. The only way to open that is with a brown eye. So I do need to do this. This is required. No, I can't make this a green key. This will never be a green eye. Which means... What does that mean? No, wait, why? This will never work, though. Unless I have another eye. Maybe I should stop picking up the positive green keys. But I need them for this. I need to clean this. I can't go anywhere without this being cleaned. So, like, clearly I need to do that. Why are you here? Who are you? What color do you need to be? Green? Brown? One of those colors, I assume. What am I doing? Help! Okay, I need to brown you. I know I have to brown you. I need to open you with the brown keys that I have. What is the meaning of this? The negative 10 doesn't feel helpful, which is why I am not hopeful. I mean, okay, what if I wanted to do something with these? I could do that. And then I can open that. But now I have no eyes left, so I will never be able to get anywhere here. So that feels even worse. Am I wrong about this? Is there a way to make this green and like actually use it? But what about you? You do have to be opened. And I have to use brown to open you. The only way to do that is with the number, the letter I. I have to do this if I want this to open. Right? Like, so far, this looks better. Okay, don't open that. This gets me further along in the process. I don't think it's right. For all the reasons that I have stated before. Like, I can open this door. I could open this door. And then I could grab this thing to open this door. Two green rotors, but I want 3. Yes. I want 3 green rotors. But I feel like I have no choice but to use my rotor on brown to open this. I mean, there is a brown rotor here. The thing is, if I grab this, I get negative brown keys, which is not what I want here. Oh, wait, no, but no, right, as I wouldn't have picked that up already. I can pick up this one and grab, and then just destroy you. Don't I need to uncurse at some point, though? If I have to uncurse, I need another eye. I need another rotor, don't I? I don't know if I want to grab this brown key just yet. This brown key, it mocks me with its aura. I need negative 100 glitch keys. Getting this, oh, I'm not gonna get that in this color. Like, I feel like I need to open this late because it'll recolor this the way that I want it. But in order to even open this one, I need to have already opened one of these doors. But if I open one of these doors, I don't have enough green keys left, right? If I do this, and then I grab you, or even if I grab you, I only have 8. I can't open this now. Yeah, it's really hard for me to get rid of the chocolate. But I want to get rid of the chocolate, and I don't know how. So what am I missing? What have I not considered? Have you tried letting it melt under that big old sun? Good question. I wish I could. We need to summon the power of the sun to melt the chocolate. Just do like a spirit bomb. Come on, Lily, do the spirit bomb. You know you want to. Spirit bomb those doors. So the brown key. I have 7 of them. I need to spend... Or do I need to? I mean, yeah, I kind of do. Slime Park? No, I haven't heard of that, actually. I'm not nearly as much of a gamer as I think most people might hope. I've spent a good chunk of my life just writing code and studying obtuse, arcane things that everybody says, why would you ever learn that about? And I'm just like, because it's fun. Like every time I talk to someone about functional programming, they're like, why would I ever bother learning that? It's so impractical. I'm just like, I mean, it's more practical than you think. Like a lot of functional programming concepts show up in a ton of different languages. You just probably don't even realize it because they kind of disguise it. And also, I don't know, like, I think a lot of people underestimate functional programming too. They always just immediately assume it's slow, it's bad, it's memory intensive. It's too hard to learn. Hard to learn may be true. Slow? Not as slow as some people might think. Like, okay, is it going to be as fast as optimally written C? Probably not. But like, is every C program going to be written optimally? Also, probably not. Like, you got to think about some stuff in practice too. There's another game made by the creator of Keypick 100. It has a spirit bomb that can destroy doors. Oh. And it's a puzzle game. Interesting. Okay, maybe I'll check that one out. Alright, let's write that one down. Slime Park. I'll come back to that one later. I'll put it on the maybe play that one list. I'll probably have to check out like a trailer or something for it. Oh, nice. Yeah, Scheme is great. It's a great compile target too. Like, I think Idris 2 compiles to like Shea Scheme, because Shea Scheme is just like really well documented. But it works really well as like a runtime for like a functional programming language, like Idris is. So yeah, nothing wrong with Scheme, nothing wrong with like Lispier languages. A lot of people seem to have like a distaste for Lispy languages just because they hate parentheses, but I'm just like, I don't know, it's not that bad. I mean, you can always use indentation to help with that. It's not as bad as a lot of people say it is. Personally, I kind of prefer the more statically typed functional languages like Haskell, but I don't disrespect people who use Scheme because, hey, functional programming is functional programming. Wrote the compiler in Racket. I've done a bit of Racket in my university days as well. Most of the students were like, Racket is useless. I hate this. Why are we teaching us this? I don't get the point of it. That was me as well at the time. I had a friend, really brilliant guy, who I knew in high school. his name was like Oak Shannon or something like that, and yeah, he was just like super genius. He was like doing all sorts of crazy functional programming stuff way back then. Like we were just fresh out of high school, and he told me not to underestimate Racket and not to underestimate functional programming, and he introduced me to a language called Scala. And so yeah, he tried to get me to like ditch Java for Scala, and I did. Or at least I tried to, but a skill issue happened. I struggled with it and I couldn't write functional code, and so basically I cried. I cried. I got so frustrated with it, I literally cried over it. I just couldn't do it, and I told him I was giving up on it, and he's like, I mean, fine, you're a loss. I mean, I think it's a lot better than just writing Java, and I would still probably agree with him now. Now that I've actually properly learned it, but I did eventually go back and learn it properly, and I've kind of learned to appreciate functional programming more after going through all of that pain and suffering and like giving up and then trying it again later. And now I'm just like I kind of look at Scala in a different light now. You enjoyed racketing, couldn't write functional code in both senses of the word. Yeah, it's something that you really have to get used to. And there's like different patterns compared to like other languages. Like I feel like you kind of have to jump through more hoops just to do some of the things that you would normally be able to do in an imperative language when you have like mutable state and stuff. Like Haskell, generally speaking, unless you're using like the ST monad, I'm not going to talk about that, but like if you're trying to do mutable state in a purely functional language like Haskell, like usually you're just, you know, making copies and like updating stuff, right? Like you have to do that in Racket as well. But if you use the state monad, you can do something that looks like it's imperative code doing in-place mutations. It's not actually doing in-place mutations, but it looks like it is. But it's actually doing those functional copy and modify a little bit updates under the hood. So there's some really clever ways to get around that. And that's the same story for like doing I/O. Like if you're trying to print to console, Haskell code that you write technically is completely pure. It doesn't actually print to console, even if you do like a put string line. That's actually still just returning a pure value. It's the Haskell runtime that like actually takes that pure code and interprets it and executes it. So there's like a common myth that like Haskell code isn't actually pure because I/O doesn't, you know, I/O allows you to directly like print to the console stuff, but the I/O monad doesn't actually do anything. It's just a value that you're returning. You've had plenty of experience with functional programming while writing your compiler. One course they intentionally avoided the word monad to not scare students. Yeah, monads are kind of weird because they're like, in some ways they're overrated, but like, I don't know, it's something that scares a lot of people because they don't understand it. But like once you first learn about them, you're like, whoa, that's crazy. I can abstract all these different concepts into like one concept and just like use that all over the place. And you can have this like really abstract interface for a bunch of different things, like effects. And it's just like, yeah, you actually totally can do that. Like your like futures that you use for like async, your optionals that you use for nullability, your errors, like your results that you use for error handling, lists, they're all monads. They all use the same abstraction. And that's really cool. But then you start learning that monads don't compose. And monads actually just stack. So when you have like an option of an either, of a future or something like that, like you have to unwrap each of those effects from top to bottom, basically, from outside in. The effects actually end up stacking. And when you have to do this extra like unwrapping using, like usually they use like a lift combinator to do that, it actually is really inefficient. So it kind of makes monads less desirable overall as an abstraction, just from like a pure like program efficiency standpoint, and it's really unfortunate. It is very unfortunate, and then people try to avoid that by writing effect handlers, and that's something that like the Unison programming language does. They have a system called effect handlers, and it's like an alternate system to your typical like monads, and it has less overhead, but apparently there's some other flaws with that. I've heard that you can have like effect pollution. I haven't played enough around with algebraic effects to really understand that or really make sense of those drawbacks, but yeah, I don't know. Engineering's like that. Every design choice you make has trade-offs. You never win. In one course, they intentionally avoided the word monad to not scare students. They teach that concept first, then said it's a monad. Interesting. I feel like the way that you teach people about monads in programming is very different from like how you would look at, say, monads from a category theory perspective. They feel very like disconnected, even if they are technically like the same concept. Like I've seen a lot of people differentiate between the two. Like a monad in functional programming is technically different from the monad in category theory, but it's like based on that conceptually. But like if you try to explain that to an engineer, they're not going to be like, they're going to be asking you like, okay, but how does that deliver value? Like, how does that help me make money, you know? Like what does that practically do for me? Like a monad is a very abstract term. It's just one of those things that I felt like Rust did very interestingly. Like they have very monadic looking error handling. It's not monadic because there's no monads in Rust. They don't have higher kind of types, so they can't implement that. But it looks like you're working with monads, and it feels like you're working with monads. But they never call it a monad. They never talk about monads. And most regular developers can just like pick that kind of stuff up, and it's not a problem for them. They don't really need to know anything about monads. But it's like the most like monadic looking thing I've ever seen that wasn't called a monad and wasn't actually technically a monad, but was like definitely trying to be a monad. Monad programming Wikipedia. Yeah, exactly. They literally have a separate page for that entirely. Sorry, I am tangenting like crazy. What? I don't know what it is about today. I just feel like tangenting. It's the coffee, I swear. The coffee makes me want to tangent. So like, I wanted to have 3 green I keys for some reason, but I can't have them, is what I remember. Why? Why can't I have 3 green I keys? Because I need 2 brown I keys, right? I need 1 brown I key to break this door open, like so. Like so? Wait. Oh, I haven't opened a... Right, okay. I need to do that first before I can do this. And then I need another brown I key so I can get negative brown keys. And then once I have negative brown keys, I can uncurse this and uncurse this. And that will let me get to... That'll let me turn this into negative 50 glitch keys. And then I can get negative 100 glitch keys. And then I can open the glitch door. So by necessity, I think I do need 2 brown I keys. I do need this to be a brown I key in order to clear the puzzle. At least it feels that way. I don't know. I might be wrong. I've been wrong before. So I need to... I mean, this has to happen, right? Or if I can somehow... Like, the other option is I somehow conserve this 10 for this store. Like, that's the most direct translation I can think of. Like, this 10 goes into this door. Bam. But how do I do that? Like, how, can I do that? Because this requires positive green to clean it anyway. So it really feels like I grabbed the positive green here, just so I can clean this, because I have to clean this first. And I have to clean this thing up here too. Okay, let me think about this. How do I even get 10 I and then 10 regular keys afterwards? Is that even doable? I mean, it has to be, but like... So you get 10 I grab a 10 here, I grab an I, yes. I open this. What's left? This negative 10, this green I here. And if I had one more green I could turn that into a positive here. But I'm reserving this key for brown because I need 2 brown keys, or 2 brown eyes, so I can get to negative brown. So I can uncurse this door and this door. Because if I open any door at all that isn't, or that is colored, I guess. Let me just check. Yeah, that'll let me keep this colorless. I want to preserve these. Oh, he wasn't through an impossible puzzle for fun. Yeah, totally. He definitely did that. I'm currently resisting the urge to tangent. Do not tangent. Focus. Focus on the puzzle. It's 11 o'clock. What do I do? I need... I need 3. I need 3 green eyes. I think I really do need 3 green eyes. So is there a way I can avoid 2 brown eyes? How do I uncurse? How do I uncurse if I can't grab a second brown eye? That's the question. Like, how is there a way I can uncurse? Or is there a way I can open this without needing 3 green rotor keys? Do I not need 3 green rotor keys? Is there a way to avoid having 3 green rotor keys? Perhaps I should go perpendicular instead of tangenting. Ah. Wait. Is there a way I can do that? Okay, I don't know how to do it. There must be a way. Filters. Is there like an effect filter I can add? I could do like scaling, aspect ratio. Alright, we're not gonna flip the... there's gotta be a way to flip this. I know there is. I know there is. I've seen it before. I've seen people mirror their OBS image before. I just don't know how to do it. There must be a way to go perpendicular. You must be able to like flip it sideways. Anyway. So one of these 2 things must be false, right? I'm saying I need 3 green eyes, and then I need 2 brown eyes, but I can't have both of those things be true at the same time. Because I can't, unless I can dupe this key somehow. Which I don't think I can. What am I doing? How do I get unstuck? How do I figure out what I'm missing here? Because I know I can't have 3 green eyes and also 2 brown eyes. Like I just know that. I know that, and yet I feel like I'm stumped. I feel like all my green keys have to go here, right? Am I wrong about that? There's 10 for this, and then another 10 for this. The brown keys... The most suspicious thing is that the brown keys may not be needed for uncursing. Like, is that possible? Or am I just doing things in like the wrong order? I've never gotten to here even once. That's something I should consider. If I've never gotten to here even once, how do I ever get here? What do I have to sacrifice to make that possible? You know what? That's a great question. Because clearly I can't grab you and open this. I have failed. Okay, cool. I know that that's not doable. What if I grab you? Why do I have to... Yeah, I need to use brown to get rid of these doors. But how do I unbrown? I can unbrown by touching this. But wait, if I unbrown by touching this, don't I lose my ability to ever get to negative brown keys? Then let's not worry about that. Let's not think about that. Oh no, I'm still... Ah, oh, shoot. Oh, this is more of a problem than I thought. Okay, this is extremely problematic. I feel like I can't grab these brown keys. These brown keys are evil. The brown keys were always evil. I can clean you, I can clean you. This is hard. What do I do from here? It's almost as if this is a puzzle, yeah. Wowie zowie. I can smash this open. But I want to preserve that. Okay, so now I got rid of the curse. Big deal. can't open this. What the heck do I need to open this? You're in my way. I can't grab you as like green or something else. It sure is called. Yes, I get it. I do. How do we get through both of these blocks? Is there a way I can ever do that? Everything I've tried hasn't worked. I think my assumption is wrong? Maybe? No. But how would I ever get 100 keys? 50 plus 20 is not enough. Oh, because it looks like an apartment complex. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna do some really stupid looking things. I think. I know I can get to here if I consume this key. That also turns off the brown effect. But this is a glitch. What if I do open one of the green doors and then I grab this as green? The thing is, I don't have enough. So even if I were to do something like this, okay, well then maybe not. That's not. Oh no, I had to. In order to turn that green, I had to open a green door. Wait, I'm forgetting something. I forgot about this mechanic. Does that help me? I'm actually not sure. What did I just do? So what did this do for me? So I'm at negative 10 real, negative 42 I. I touched U. I'm at 42 real, negative 10 I. Okay, well, something interesting happened. How does that change things? I did see in the previous puzzle. I completely forgot about the mechanic, and I forgot that that was a thing I can do. And I feel like that's relevant somehow, but my puny little brain cannot fathom how that is useful. I mean, okay. If I grab you, and then I grab you, and then I grab you. Oh my god, I did it! I'm able to manufacture more I keys or something. I don't know. Math hard. Math make my brain hurt. I was never good at math. Okay, and grab the and turn that off. And then, oh no, why did I curse you? That was a mistake. Why did I curse you? I'm here. I made it. I'm here. I made it. I'm here. I did it. Why do I want this? I guess I don't, huh? Yeah, what's with you? Okay. Right, I rotor both 10s using the same rotor key. I don't need to have 3 rotor keys. Wow, that is hard. I mean, I'm still clearing puzzles. I don't think it's time to give up just yet. I don't know. My goal is to not give up on this game, or at least try not to. I don't know if I get like super duper duper stuck, and I just cannot do it anymore. And I've been sitting here for like several episodes, and I also can't solve stuff offline, off camera. Then I might actually throw in the towel. But for now, I'm still going. I'm still making progress somehow. I don't know how much longer that's going to last. There's still like another whole world after this, I'm sure. Like another whole hub. So, yay. I did it. I think I'm gonna stop for now, though. I think this is enough for me. Imaginary keys. The real keys were the friends we made along the way. What does that make the imaginary keys? The friends we may or may not have made along the way. If you say so. You know, I knew what imaginary numbers were before. You did? Well, that's really, really good for you, Lily. It doesn't make it any less wild that they're actually a thing here. They are neat. Maybe. Although I feel like I'm about to get thrusted into one of those aforementioned serious math problems. You'll be fine. I hope so. And I'm not even at the end yet. This is a good observation. I don't know, maybe this is also a math edutainment game at the end of the day, because I feel like I'm learning about imaginary numbers as someone who never really played with imaginary numbers very much. I mean, I guess I kind of did learn this at one point. But then, like, I don't know, it's been 9 years since I did that. It's a good refresher. And if I hadn't taken any courses with imaginary numbers in them, then I just wouldn't know about this stuff at all. So this game is educational. Wow. Edutainment. This is adult edutainment. Actually, maybe even not adult edutainment. This could be edutainment for kids too. But probably way more fun and interesting than like Math Blasters. And proof discipline, true. I don't know. I'll be playing something that is far more about proof discipline than even this, I think. But that's for another time. And hopefully I'll be able to actually get like help with that and stuff too, because I'm sure I'm going to get really stuck on that stuff again. But yeah, let's cross that bridge when we get there. On my journey to continue learning how to math better. Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool stuff. I'm just out of practice and just not very good at doing math because I don't generally have to do math. But it's fun. It's interesting. Stuff I really do want to get better at, and I got a whole like heap of books that I want to read still. Like I want to read like the Okazaki book on like functional data structures, because that's always been kind of interesting to me. And I want to read about like homotopy type theory, because that's always been brought up a lot in a lot of type theory discussions. And I don't really know much about that. And I don't know much about like topology either, which feels like a prerequisite for that. But man, yeah, just I don't know. This game puts my brain in a math mode, and I may not always like it, but I think it's good for me. I think it's good for me. It makes me better. It makes me more logical. And it'll probably help me later on in ways that I don't even realize. Because that's kind of how I've always found these kinds of things. Like, people always ask me, like, why are you learning this thing? It's useless. It has no practical purpose. And then, I don't know, somehow, like, it just, like, drills into my head, like, certain fundamentals, and it just helps me with, like, just my general day-to-day, like, programming and stuff. Like, just thinking about, like, data types, like, thinking about, like, how many valid inputs there are by looking at, like, the cardinality of a set, right? Because you can look at types under the lens of sets. Right, it's what they do when they consider Haskell a category called Hask, right? What types are sets? And then you're thinking about like what can be inhabited, what can't be inhabited, and that helps you think about like where should I use like the never type? Where can I safely panic or like throw an exception? Where should I not do that? It helps with like testing. Like it does translate into like actual practical skills at some point along the line. It's just it's kind of hard to see the forest for the trees, I guess is the saying. Or maybe I probably didn't say that right. I just say words. Another game, Prove You Can Win, which is exactly what it says on the title. It's basically an interactive textbook about proving you can or can't solve puzzles. Interesting. I might have to check that out too. Prove You Can Win. Let me write that down. Prove You Can Win. I don't know. Anyway, tomorrow is probably gonna be more Mega Man Star Force with Juka. That'll be the apology stream where we apologize for accusing the game of not having rollback netcode. No, but I think we're gonna try some more PvP matches and see how that goes, and then maybe try some offline if that gets really laggy. And yeah, we're probably gonna do some more testing there. But yeah, also continuing story plot progression. I like that game because I just feel like I'm having fun with a friend. Maybe it's not like the most entertaining or engaging game for people to watch, but I'm having fun, so I'm gonna keep playing it. And there's certainly a lot of VOD watchers too, for some reason. Not sure where they're coming from, but yeah, I do know that people are watching those VODs. It's always hard to remember the VOD watchers and the lurkers, but I know you're out there, and I do appreciate what you do, so thank you. And Sunday might be no stream. Sunday might be another focus time stream. Actually, I think I've scheduled a focus time stream. I probably should. Yeah, I probably should actually do it. I need to work on Leaf's Odyssey some more. I'm finding it very hard to find time to just juggle everything that I'm doing these days. And also like balance energy levels. I think this week was just really rough for me because I also had to run a meetup today, or not today, on Wednesday. And then I had to go out today as well. So it's been super busy lately. But anyway, that's enough rambling. I should go now. All right, goodbye. Take care, everyone. I'll see you later.